Okay, hello. Wow. I am loud. There we go. Much better.
We can say good morning. It's 11:57.
Okay, we'll squeak that in. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Long Beach Lawn Bowling Club here in Long Beach, California. We're here for the 2027 World Bowls America's qualifying tournament. We finished two rousing days of bowls with men's and women's pairs and triples, and now we'll be moving to the next disciplines of fours and singles. The match we're going to have for you today is men's fours round one qualifying between Brazil and Canada. Brazil's team need Otavio, Moreira, Leite, Bruno, Pedro, Azevedo, and Joao, Correa, Joao. Canada's team, Erik, Galipeau, Rob Law, Kody, Oithof, and Cameron Lefresne. And who are we? I'm Scott Roberts, Bulls USA Hall of Fame member.
And I'm Jackie Hogan, Southwest Division Counselor to Bulls USA.
So we've been here for the last 2 days. We'll be here for today and the next 2 days, bringing you the live streaming here. So hopefully everybody's been enjoying the coverage, doing our best. We also have Bulls USA President Pam Edwards will be joining us. She's been doing the end-by-end scoring. So she'll be joining us and sitting down next to us in a minute, and she'll be keeping track of all the scores of all the other games that are going on, and we'll try and relay them to you as we are going. So the format, what is this tournament? If you haven't been watching any of the coverage, I will do the recap. So based on 2023 World Bowls performances, countries were seeded by their order of finish, and the top 12 teams in each discipline, again for singles, pairs, triples, fours, men's and women's, automatically qualified. So if you're in the top 12, you qualify. For all those who weren't in the top 12, they're having regional qualifiers around the world. So in our region here, it's Canada, Brazil, Jamaica, Argentina, and the United States. All have a chance to either enter into the tournament if they haven't already qualified. So specifically for the men's fours, the United States team has already qualified, so they are through and they are not playing in this tournament. But Brazil, Canada, and Argentina have not. Jamaica did not send a team, I believe, so I think it's just Brazil. So it's kind of a three-team race to see who will end up qualifying and going and representing their country at World Bowls for men's fours. Hopefully that gets everybody set up. One last thing, they are doing a double round robin format for this. So they will play each of the teams twice. And this will be our first round showing Brazil versus Canada in the men's fours. And the format is, I believe the time limit's still 2 hours and 15 minutes. And they're going to do 15, that's 15 ends here for the fours. So we'll just wait for the appointed hour, which I think may have started already, and it has. And we'll be getting underway right now with Canada on the map. Marco's first. Fours is a very interesting game. You only got two bowls. You got to be on it early. It really helps to have a good team chemistry, everybody thinking the same way. Even if somebody kind of has a little cold streak, hopefully they can rise up and help out later on. Pretty good opener there by Erik. Otavio. Definitely going to be using this angle a lot with fours. I mean, the guys are always crowding around a little bit around the head. Even when it was pairs, we were having difficulty trying to get the view, but with fours, there's going to be an army in front of the camera, I'm sure. So. Erik second, probably trying not to make an adjustment. It'll be okay to just be a couple feet through, and looks like he made an adjustment, kind of over-adjusted there, a few yards short there. And he got a good first bull. Otavio was a couple yards through. Probably good to drop a couple here. Just kind of missed the line a little bit. Not too bad on the weight. This is Rob Law. Not too bad here. Maybe a couple yards through. Bruno. Second. Probably looking to drop a couple here. Drop a 1 yard would be really helpful. Yeah, nice adjustment there. Well done by Rob Long. It's Canada holding 2 here. Looking to get a piece here of this head. Pretty good here. That's a nice bull. Nice bull there. Cut it into 1. Usually the third in the game is usually called the vice, and both of these teams, a lot of teams have the option of having the vice standing in the head, which is what both of these teams have done, and then they're crossing over together. Well, it's Kody. It's not too bad. This would be Pedro. Saw him yesterday, as well as Joe. Pretty good bull there, not too bad. Kody again. Just wants to drop a little. Pretty good here. Yeah, not bad. Probably made it an account. Pretty close anyways. Don't really do well to just try and get really close second would probably be bad. Don't want to adjust too much. Sometimes it's easier just to 2 bulls just to keep the same weight and just kind of adjust your line, even though he was going to be a yard 4 feet through. It's come all the way through, but it's a lot better than being a couple yards short like it was there. The devices have gone and cross over and get to the skips. There's Cameron. Here, a little touch on that would be good. Yeah, pushing them both. Got them in the count.
I love how the guys get low into the head, watching those bulls coming, urging them on.
I guess it's, I think 2, maybe 3, probably 3, I would guess. The bull right behind it in front, easily 2, and then probably the one on the side is probably 3. This is Joe. Men's triples, we saw him be down quite a bit. And made some really great bowls, though, to try and keep his team in it. He made a nice shot there. Got one out. Might have cut it to one. Yep, just one. Great shot by Joe there. Camera's going to switch over here. Pretty good ball. Maybe a touch heavier than he wanted. A little walk down. While Joe's having a look, let's get some of the more comments. Friend Vincent's been watching all this. Yep. Expecting some exciting shots choices in the match, as he said. Yep, agree. Becca rooting them on. And John. Go Canada, nice deep 4 accomplishment of the Youth Nationals. Yes, indeedy.
Right, we've got a little bit about Erik on the Canadian team. He's their lead. He played in the World Indoors Under 25 and got a bronze medal in that. What year was that? Last year. Just our last, just the last Under 25s.
Still remember playing against Cameron in World Bowls a while ago, back when he was a young up-and-comer, and now he's one of the vets. All right, we're ready to go. And here's Joe. Let's see what he can do. I don't think that one's coming back, so. Just one, but Canada gets the first point here. Go up 1-0. Again, playing 15 ends. So, there are good things underway here. So as is typical for Long Beach, right around this time, the wind really starts picking up. And it's been pretty quiet. There's not a lot of wind most of the day, but pretty much right on cue. As soon as anywhere from like 11 to 12, you start getting the wind really starts picking up. And we've hit noon and the wind has arrived right on schedule. The prevailing wind is at the player's back. You can just make out some of the windsocks behind. There's Otavius first. Bad. See Erik kind of had a couple yards here. Both guys need to make an adjustment. Pretty significant one. Okay. Not too bad. You'd prefer to be head there first and then coming back from it, but he's shaking his head a little bit behind. You know, it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to be able to do it. There's Otavio second. See if he can make an adjustment. He needed just to adjust the line. I think he added a little weight. Not sure he's holding. Plenty of room to draw. I think it's kind of slowing down. I think you'll see Rob throw a pretty good one here. There it is. Good ball by Rob. Bruno. Just slip that bull, which is done. Not bad there. Should be probably second shot. Shouldn't adjustment. Just the danger people have sometimes that they just over adjust, and it's kind of hard when you got two bulls. Because you really want to try and get one in there, and sometimes you're better off just relying on your teammates and just making a very small adjustment, so you don't risk getting too short. Raul's made a stunning bull here, no problem. Very good adjustment there. Just kind of dropped the yard, even though he finished just a tad short. But very good position. Definitely the shot. Bruno's giving me a Stanley Tucci bob. Got the next sweater and glasses.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
I wonder if he's got the Stanley Tucci hat.
Look at this. Look at this bull by Bruno. Come on. Oh. Just need another yard. Right. There's Kody's first. Holding one for sure. Probably. Yeah, I think it's just one. Let's see, a little heavy there, a little dicey. Interesting. I would have thought they could have come on the other hand. I think the other hand looks, now that I got this view, the other hand looks a little better. Because they could have played it right between Bruno's bulls, the two gray bulls on that side, and come in there and push that. And you get a little bit of risk of Jack going away. I could definitely see Brazil playing this hand. You can see Pedro. Kind of push behind. I don't know if he pushed that one up or out. I was going to say, like I said, I don't know why. That should have scared him the last one. Because they got everything, the catcher's right there behind. They plenty of room between the two gray balls to draw. That should be the draw line there. Just, it would have been easier for him if he got two shots at that hand as opposed to switching. I really am not a big fan of switching fours hands because you only got two and you can't make an adjustment. So. That's my rule of thumb. Skips usually don't have a choice, but it's Pedro's second. Not bad here. Giving it a good look. Might trickle all the way in. Let's get another look here. Just short for second. I think you'll see Cameron definitely doesn't want to play on his forehand to push that last ball in. A nice ball by Pedro. He's going to play the same hand that Kody just played and try and come in the other way, I think. Here's Cam. Just wants to probably push on his own if he can. The leftmost red ball is theirs. Just kind of missed his line. Pretty good weight, though. And the wind is always swirling here, so it's prevailing, like I said, behind the player's back. But even just a few minutes ago, it had moved to going from this camera view from right to left. So it's kind of a shift between going from right to left and directly behind the players from this angle. It's always kind of swirling here at this time of day. When we get to the tail end of our afternoon game, or the late afternoon game, I should say, it might die down. All right, let's see what Joe can do here. Looking to come in a little positive, hit his own ball, or maybe a little heavier than he wanted. He was looking to either just kind of push his own ball up or push that one out. I think that's probably about 4 yards too heavy for that shot. Cameron just wants the same weight and just get on a better line here. He hung it out a little bit, kind of overcorrected there. Pace too. It's still hole in one. And Joe's still got to make the shot. Not an easy one. It's coming over. I don't know if it's going to hang on. And even with the redirect, I don't think it's going to help. It should just be one. One more for Canada. They'll go up 2-0 after 2.
We have 3 other games going on the rink at the same time. We have the women's fours with Argentina and Jamaica.
For women.
The women's fours. Argentina and Brazil. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the Jamaican gal who's playing singles, and I thought she was part of it. We'll let Scott get back to calling us in and redirect my brain.
All right. Erik first. Again, hoping to get a nice solid first ball here. And not too bad. Couple feet. Again, now the wind is right in the player's face. If anything, at a little bit of an angle going from their right shoulder to left shoulder. There's Otavio. A little heavy there. Erik second. Just looking to probably add a yard. Would probably be a pretty good ball here. Very close here. Yeah, that's well done. Very nice. Good adjustment there. Get it up there. Not too bad with the way it needed. Maybe a couple feet. So, right, Rob. 2 really good balls last. Just wants to make sure he's behind. It's really good here. Yeah, this is position A. Again, what you really want your second to do is what your first hasn't done, of course. So. Erik could just think, look, just try and draw. And he ended up being like jack high, 2 in the count and 1 short. And you, with nothing behind, you want to make sure that you get one behind. And that's what Rob really needs to do is a 2. And he succeeded. And here's Bruno. Pretty good ball here. Pretty good ball. Oof. Great effort. Nice ball there. Maybe cut it to 1. I don't know if I'd change much if I was Rob. Doesn't really need to. I mean, in the same weight's okay. He'll probably still drop the yard though. And again, that's kind of the danger. I mean, might have gotten the count, but very difficult to try and drop a yard. Sometimes you're better off just playing the same weight. Bruno. Yeah, didn't make it there. Unfortunate. Again, another case of where he kind of dropped the weight. And he really didn't need to. The same ball would have been good. He could just put it right through. And, you know, sometimes you hit a blade of grass this way or that way, and he hits that ball and it redirects with that first weight, then it would have been right in for shot. So. All right, here's Kody. There, nearly. Good Pedro's looking for a little guidance. This could be good. He's trying hard again. Just a little piece of that ball. Nearly. Again, he just gets a little piece of that ball, and it'd be probably enough to get in there. Chip it out and sit. Oops. Alright. Kody again. Just about a yard through, I think. Maybe 4 feet at most. Could use another one ahead here, too. Pretty good there. Yeah, should get 2. At least, yeah, it should be 2, I think. Ooh, just come with some weight here. Don't think he got, I mean, he cleared out some of the balls in front, but I don't think he really got any kind of result out of it. It's still 2. A little less trash in front. The other thing, because again, with a 2 hour and 15-minute time limit, it's really not a lot of time to play 15 ends. You really got to be moving. So that's one of the good things that the Canadian team is doing, is really trying to play quick. Especially if you're going to have your vice sitting ahead, and you've got to, between ends, you got to be quick. All right, here's Cam. One might add another one. Trying really hard here. I think he's done it. Looks like 3. All right, get some quick comments in while we're waiting for Joe. Some more Canadians. One last one here from Andrew. Some of the lands that he played with back in the day here representing their country. Right. A common theme when I've been watching Joe play, it just seems like he's down a lot when he takes them out. Yeah, pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive there. I think he was just trying to, what he was calling before, he was trying to change things up. Kevin shouldn't be doing much different here. I mean, already got one in. He could actually play with a little bit more pace and a little narrower to try and work into those 2 bowls. Wouldn't be bad. They might have been calling for him to come all the way to the back. Looked like they were doing it intentionally. So he opted for that instead, just in case Joe gets a piece of this head and tracks the jack back. They didn't have anything back there, so. Joe's switching over, and I think he's going to try and see if he can get that edge we've been talking about. It's just not going to make it. Not going to make it. It's going to be a pretty good number for the Canadian team here. Looking like 3, I think. We got 3 out already.
Okay, back to the other games on the green. We have some singles games going on. Men's singles, Argentina and the U.S. Argentina up to 5 ends is 5 over the U.S. 2. Another men's single, Brazil and Jamaica. 5, and Jamaica has 10 over Brazil. And women's single, Argentina and Jamaica is tied. 4 ends 3. And women's fours, Argentina, Brazil. Argentina 3-0 up with an updated score. It's 3-2. And then our game here. Those are the ones we'll be watching for the next 2 hours. Really small touch.
All right, there was a measure and there was another one for Canada. So in addition to the 3, it's 4 total. So they go to a 6-0 lead after 3 ends. opener there by Erik. Not bad by Otavio, not too bad. A couple yards through though. I'd like to see this Erik probably just do the same thing. I wouldn't change anything there. 2 feet behind. It's a really good spot there. And that distance away has been shots in this game so far, so there's no need to change it. And you see Cameron's like, well, if we're going to be back here, maybe be best back and give us something. But kind of keeping an eye on that ball. Otavio dropping a couple of yards here would be the desire. Dropped a little more than that, unfortunately. Rob. Pretty good pull by Rob there. Just maybe a bull short. Bruno probably wants to play on this hand and jack or roll shot. Be nice and positive, see if he can get a piece of the head. Try to hit the jack or the bull. Not too far away. Just need a little more pace. It's not a bad line. Let's see. Cam giving Robbie assurance that it's not in his way. Go ahead and do well for out there. No shorter than that. It wouldn't be bad for him to try and add a couple feet. He'd probably be okay here. Just slides a slide underneath that. Yeah, well done. Bruno's going to try it again. Just needs to add a little more pace here with that same line. Just think he added the weight, but he kind of missed his line a little bit. It was a little. Do have the 2 best backs, but it's going to be. Erik's kind of got that covered if it goes all the way to the left, so not really much of a problem. I'm sure Kody would probably like to draw and see if you can tuck it around, or they're just coming all the way to the back. Yeah, they're just not going to mess around. They're just going to come all the way to the back here. Let's see here where Cameron's setting up for him at the tee. Just kind of put it in a drink. You can see it's set up as an attacking hand for the Brazilians wanting to come in on that hand. You've seen both Pedro and Joao not afraid to use weight early. Come with some weight here, overdraw, make sure you're there and hit the jack or either one of those 2 balls. He's fired at it. Very good there, and good shot out of it. I think that one bull stayed in. It'll give you an angle. It just like kind of slammed and ended up right in the little patch there, right against, wedged against the plinth in the back there pretty well. Right, now the Canadians need to draw to try and get back up and holding again. If those two bulls, they could just come to the little pile there right behind would be good. Don't know if it made it in. I think that's Bruno's, I think, push Bruno's up and into it. Now I think Brazil's holding 2. Here's Pedro again. Now that he's done the drive, can he do the draw? This is a little dangerous on this hand here. He doesn't want any jack movement. Not too bad there. Unfortunately, he's been a little short, and he kind of gives a little wing bull for Cameron. And Cameron might be playing that same hand, and he could he's got that ball behind. He could come through with like a yard through. He could either hit that inside of that ball, just delivered and redirected that head. Oh, he's going to go the other way. Never mind. He sees something. I think he's just seeing the green ball and just trying to draw on this side. You can see either way. He's opting to play this, just trying to come to that little pile, little pocket. Yeah, nearly. Just need to be on the other side of that ball. I think he'll be close to being there. Let's get a better look here. Can't quite tell. Should be two. Should be two for Brazil, maybe three. So Joe can do hope with the lead here. See if we can keep it. See if we can keep control of the head here. It's a little dicey. Don't want to be heavy and narrow when you hold them. Cam's going to try it again. Same shot. Just needs a little more grass. I think his weight was pretty good. This wants to slide into that gray ball. And just a little too high. Pretty nice effort, but not quite. Let's see if we can get. Let's see where Cam is drifting right behind that. There's Joe trying to get another one here. Just doesn't want to. No jack movement here. Don't need it. Just a nice smooth draw. Just trying to get in. Very good. Didn't quite. I don't think he quite made it. Okay, two out. They're looking at the third. That's the one I wasn't sure about. Brazil's definitely getting on the board. Just how many? I think they got three out. Three and looking at the fourth. So a very good end for Brazil here. Pedro's weighted shot really kind of paying off. Look like four. Big end for Brazil there. Just what they needed. They needed to get on the board, and to get it with the four is very good to counteract the four the Canadians had in the last end. And they'll get control of the mat, and they can pick their length if they want. Right, just quick see if we've got any more comments. Shockingly, some Canadians are watching.
There's a few of them.
Derek Dillon? Oh, sure. There's a Brazil, Marta.
And Marianne Correa.
Canada. And the ever-present Vamos. Vamos, Brazil. We're enjoying the coverage. All right, Otavio Bones first. Trying to get here. Not too bad of an opener. Not bad. Just a couple feet. It can be nice and free with this stroke here. Going into the wind's really going to go this way. Multiple yards short there, unfortunately. To see Otavio just kind of build on his first one. Just kind of trying to add a little bit here. Very good here. Very good balls there. Two beauties.
Two good balls.
Two beauties. Again, can free swing this. Trying to split between those two would be good. Definitely arriving and reaching is mandatory here. He slid it in right between the two. I think Joe's saying Brazil's still holding one. Bruno. Make it all the way. Can he be better served by being behind? Because you know that Canada's going to come after this. Be positive with it since they're down one. When you're down, be up. So they're definitely going to be coming up and through into here. I think Rob's been the most consistent player so far on the green. Pretty good bowl there. Another bowl in the head. In a good position. Bruno again. Just wants to dive underneath. Would be good. Wow, very heavy here. It's going to be the ditch. I think that was the plan. You can see them trying to come crosshead and trying to wrest Erik's second out of there. Rob will just, if he's going to try and take a little weight off the draw or just keep the same weight, I think it's preferred, and just tighten it up to try and get a piece of the head, see if we can get some action. Yeah, pretty good there. That's a nice bull. Setting at the head very nicely for his teammates there. Push that one kind of out of the way. One bull's getting very lonely. Pedro now. With that nice weighted shot on the last there. But didn't get this down very well. Looked like it kind of almost slipped out of his hand.
I hate when that happens.
You could see it like the first few meters. You could see it was just really wobbling.
Yeah.
Kind of had the potato on a little bit there, unfortunately.
I wonder, is it called a potato worldwide, or is that what we use?
If only you had people you could ask. All right, here's Kody. Cody's very due for a good shot here. This is a good time for it to play nice and positive, all the way up into everything. Again, when you're down, I think you really got to make sure you're a yard or two through here. Push that in. Your teammates set you up with a couple good balls there. Let's see him make a nice positive adjustment next time. So Pedro could get better. That looked a little smoother there. Kind of work on his own and slide in this little gap if you can. It's still a little short. And that bull is getting kind of lonely. I was going to say, I don't know if he's going to mess around this time. Yep, yeah, they got best back. Right, should right now be one for Argentina, ball on the right, but all three of those other balls. So Canada with 3 seconds. Just 2 seconds, I think. Did have good view. There you go. Conley needs another ball in the head. Short there. Cameron could chip that ball out and be sitting 3. So I think that should be the play. Just be nice and positive, maybe a yard over, and just kind of sit that one out. Stay in there for 3.
Make it.
A couple yards short. Unfortunate. Joe again. They're talking about just having Cameron just drive it out. Just don't try and the jacket's coming off. See if we can get a good shot here from this angle. The guys stay like that. See how fast they can move.
Get it, Cam! Get it, Cam!
Close.
Whoa.
Oh, didn't miss it by much. Probably one more for Brazil. We got a good look at that one. Well, Brazil, just like that, now it's a 6-5 game after 5. Playing 15 ends. World Bulls qualifier. So we're setting a jack here, see if we can get some more comments.
I think we got an answer to what a potato is called somewhere else. Greg Wilson says a pineapple.
I don't know if I believe Gregor.
I was going to ask you, do you believe him? Well, I think a pineapple sounds wonderful.
Okay, so Vamos is right. Roderick for Vancouver. Lou for Windsor. Ross Phillips. Boy, a couple people now. I mean, not just Greg. Now Vincent's saying he's agreeing that it's a pineapple. Oh, Karen's saying it's a waffle.
Oh, Karen.
It's a waffle.
She's U.S. She calls it a waffle. Okay. Yeah, Vincent saying pineapple too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We've gotten a few opinions here.
Yes.
Place your bets. First ball by Otavio all the way out. Pretty much, it's pretty long here. Good opener by Erik. There you go. Good ball. Again, the wind is, you just make out the socks. It's from the prevailing behind the players in this end. And the even ends. Ooh. Good ball, though. Nice ball there. Erik second, looking to build on his last. Two nice balls there by Erik. Very good, just what the doctor ordered. Here's Bruno. Down a couple, want to be all the way up to this head. Sure it doesn't help you. Rob playing some really good balls. I called 2 matches of his at the U.S. Open. He was, you saw a lot of this, a lot of balls in the head, a lot of good adjustments when needed, very consistent. Even that, I mean, he's probably disappointed with that, and that's a really good ball. It was 3rd shot, I think.
Right. Rob, didn't he win? Men single?
He was in the final at
He
the
was
moment.
in-
I can't remember if he was first or second. Oh, look at this. Bruno with the shot. Very nicely done. Kind of ran up the green a little bit. 4-4. All right, here's Rob again. Trying to rip for it to get up there. Just a little short. Yeah, I know he was in the finals for the U.S. Open singles, and then he was also in a fours match, like I think like a second flight game or something, playing fours. And it was, I think he was playing with Gregor. Yeah, here we go. Greg's got it. Runner up in the pairs of singles champion of the fours the year before. Right? Thanks, Gregor.
Wasn't involved looking up. Thanks.
Yeah, he had a fine tournament. He's been playing some good bowls of late. All right, here's Pedro. Holding one right now. Nice second shot by Bruno. All right. Really need the Canadian backhand. They've been a little loose. Really need to kind of get on it. And they haven't been missed by much, but it's been a little too much. It's been 5 ends. Really need to start finding it. Kody online, just a little heavy. Make a good correction, I'm sure. Pedro looking to get a second one again. They got one bull. It's kind of lonely in the head there. This I think is a little heavy. Kind of cruising on through. Managed to get a piece of rod. They're looking to kind of be pressing on that. I think that one bull's the only bull in the head, I think, right now. Yep, going to come with some weight here.
Watch your toes. Nope.
Wow.
Wow.
Cameron stopped that like a fly swatter.
That was.
I don't think I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I put like a flat foot up to try and stop it that way, but not something that was going that hard. I'd be trying to catch the rebound.
Yeah.
And there he just kind of dropped his foot down on it right from the side. That was wild. See something new every day.
Mm-hmm. He might be younger than us.
Potentially. Probably half my age. Here's Joe. They're, again, still holding one here. Gonna try and get another one in here. This looks pretty close. This needs to sit a little bit. Nice bowl. I think it might be 2 here. Let's see what we got. A few more. Almost Brazil. Before we get to the Canadians. Charlie and Rob Galipeau. And then we got our ever-present pineapple. The pineapple conversation, which we have recapped in detail. This one.
You can make a pina colada with a pineapple. You can't make a pina colada with a potato.
True that. Just Cam. Good chance for skip shot here. We'll make something happen for the team here. Trying to push up one of his own bowls. He's looking to kind of press those bowls as opposed to trying to do the clean draw on the other side and kind of resting into it. He's trying to press in with the others. Joe holding 2, just trying to do the same kind of thing. I don't think he needs to change anything. This last shot was in. It's a little short here. Cam's going to try it again. Just look, I think he's just trying to promote those 2 balls. Either one of those, I think. On the right that you say, I think that's the plan. Trying to see if we can push those all the way up into their head. Just kind of didn't quite get it square. 2 down, and just like that, Brazil has now taken the lead. After being down 6-0, they now hold a 7-6 lead after 6 ends. Anything can happen because you're only getting 2 bowls. You know, some people just you have an off game. It happens. 2 bowls, it's difficult to try and find it. It's hard to get in a rhythm. Not like singles where you're just you're throwing 4 bowls and you're just gonna bowl and bowl and bowl. Be in a nice little rhythm. 2, you really got to be on it quick. And then you roll your 2 and then you don't bowl again for 10, 15 minutes. You got to be able to snap in and out and focus quickly. Not kind of. That's the other thing I see people do is they kind of sleepwalk through their bowls. They kind of either one they're all keyed up the whole time, or they kind of like sleepwalk and then they don't realize it's like driving on the freeway at 5 in the morning. And you're just kind of like on autopilot and you're not really focused on what you're doing. So. All right, it's Otavio's first. Brazil's won 3 ends in a row. Went up 7-6. Lost that one. Borderline in. I'll try and get a little camera adjustment so you can see it. Sorry, I missed the delivery there of Erik's. This is pretty good here. Very nice. Very nicely done. I think even might have got a piece of it on the way back. I didn't quite see. A very good bowl there. Over to Otavio. I found myself just calling the action and watching and forgetting I have to control the cameras too. I'm used to my Southwest team. A pretty good bowl by Otavio. This is really nice here. That's pretty well done. Nice solid second shot. Erik wants an instant replay here. Carbon copy. Change nothing, young sir. Nobody wanted there. It's all right. They got one good one in there. Again, that should be a nice positive shot here for Bruno. Should be a down one in the head to kind of play it like a jack or bowl shot in the forehand here. Needed a little more pace. I'm amazed he kind of got the roll as he did. Okay, here's Rob. I'll still stake my claim, the most consistent guy on the green so far. He's got to be a little short with this one, though. A couple yards short with that. One of the other serve, either follow it all the way down and go back. He's trying the shot, it's not far away. Oh man, unlucky. Okay, I know this one won't be short. And look at this, just a little unlucky. Little unlucky. And it made a nice, he really didn't want to be short, and it's fine. I mean, the weight's fine. Just one of the things, you're just trying hard not to be heavy and narrow to the head when you're holding. And it would have been better served if, just coming around either through that bowl or to the blue. He just came a little narrow. It's easy to say and it's easy to know, but, sometimes we're all humans. All right, here's Pedro. Again, Brazil holding one. Know if this is coming back. Let's see. It's trying. Interesting. They're having a little chat, and I think, yeah, they're probably just going to use that ball and come underneath it. Kody's very due. It's nice and positive. Kind of come underneath to the shot ball of the jack here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good weight for it. Just needs to correct on his line, I think. Just wants to add a couple feet here. He added the way, it just came a little narrow. And the honey pot in the back there. There's Kody, just wants to adjust his line here. You can drop it underneath that bowl, come all the way through. Keep your weight, sir. Keep your weight, sir. Just tracking. All right. Brazil up one on the board and one in the head. Joao would love to add to this. I don't know what she's going to do. Play in the backhand and come all the way around. So he's going to stick with his forehand. Or no, sorry, he's lefty.
He's left.
No, he's going into backhand and come through this little gap here, but it's going to turn all the way. Weight's pretty good, though. Don't know if that's a second. His weight's pretty outstanding. They're taking a look. Not too far out. There's Cam. Good time for it. Try and get a piece of this, see if we can push one of his own up. Get to the jack, get the ball. Hit that one away. That was Pedro's. So it was one of Brazil Blue. Now they've got the one in front. Now I think, let's see. I think Pedro is calling him to go the other way. But he's sticking with it. Now those two balls in front belong to the Canadians. And he's not here. And not particularly in the way. Now they're going to have a little tete-a-tete here. Double check. Is it one? Is it two? Are we sure?
Just bring it in a touch. You're just doing that same path, buddy. You got it.
Just going to try and get through this gap here. Shoot this gap. Close. Oh, he got it. And pretty good. Don't know if he ended up getting shot, but it's close. It was a good ball by Cam. He did do it. Yeah, well done. Very nicely done by Cameron there. Tricky shot to get one and tie it back up and break the streak. So we won 3 in a row. So now it's 7-7 after 7.
And I got some scores from around the green. On the men's singles with Argentina and the USA. The USA is pulled ahead 12-8. Men's singles Brazil, Jamaica. Brazil is 15-10. Women's singles Argentina, Jamaica. Argentina 10-5. Women's scores Argentina, Brazil. Argentina. I thought she was updating her. Argentina's ahead 9-3, and then the men's fours we're watching. All tied up.
Let's see some more comments while we're waiting. Ed, and then Vincent to say, yep, interesting, bring them out, and they get the jab back, and lo and behold, that's what they did. They've brought the mat up just as they got it. San Estrella, asking, are there indoor lawn bowling facilities in the United States? No, we do not have any. Let's see what we're gonna. I don't blame them. This is, again, you're not gonna. Canadians have been there, done that, and so they're knowing that they've lost 3 ends in a row. They're gonna try something different. So their different is to pull the mat up significantly, try to change things around. There's Otavio. Well, Erik was a couple yards through, maybe. Looks like 5 feet or so. They're just trying to shake up our Brazilians. Erik again. Just a foot and a half short, maybe. Take a second. Let's add a couple yards here. He's going to stick with the same hand. Sure, he's nice and positive and either push his own up or push the other one through. Business messing around here. Just kind of slid across. Decent second out of it. Rob. Kind of got away from him there. Interesting, Robin was playing so well, I think, with the other distance. Now they've changed it. Hopefully he makes a good adjustment here. And Bruno's first. Pretty good here. Is he going to slide it all the way around? Look at that shot. Well done. Show. Saying, it is okay. Not wasting no time. He would keep it the same way to be okay. Just tighten it up. Either get the promotion. Right. Yeah, he's going to slide in. Yeah, he's done it. Well done by Rob. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Just kind of playing that nice and positive there. Might have made it 2. Pretty good shot if you can go between the 2 balls to get to the jack and drag it. Yeah, it just kind of came up a little bit now. I think the Canadians are holding 2 here. Here's Kody. Brazilians are talking about coming the other way. Push some of those out, I guess. Something needs to change. I got this view. This Joe doesn't move. It's going to be narrow. again here. See if Pedro can make a better adjustment here. Slide it in. He wants to stay nice and positive. Promote something here. Pretty much got everything close. Just slid it around. And a great look at it. I think Canadians are over 2 right now. Tip on that one here, right? All right, not far off. I think Bruno's got the right idea there. He wants to come in the lefty on his forehand, so the right side of the screen, and push either one of those 2 balls up is good, or coming across the head and hit either one of those. The shot ball is trying to push him out, so probably looking to be a yard or 2 through here. Trying to get a piece of anything would be good. Maybe sit and either get the promotion or push it out and sit for your own shot. He's got to try. Nice try here. Good effort. Well, maybe cut her down to 1. Maybe. Just turn. Just gonna try again. Just needs to come down and push through. Oh. Very well done there. Should be holding 1. Just not sure about the second at the moment. You can see Joe should probably, he is going to play the same exact shot. I think a little more forceful. He's lost track of where the track is, I think. His own up. Yeah. Nearly sat down for a shot. It should be one for the Canadians, and they'll retake the lead now. 8-7 after 8. See them not waste any time and immediately going to pull the mat up here. Working formula. This jack up a little weird cockeyed, but we'll with it here. Okay. Here's Erik's first. Short, about 5 feet. He goes first. Get it to come around. A little heavy there. Erik's a chance to make an adjustment here. Sorry about the tilt here on the angle. What we got. Let's see if he's added a couple yards here. He's even shorter than the last one. Unfortunate. Take a second. He's a little short, so Canada only 2 right now. Not particularly close. I think Bob's going to stick with that. Maybe not Canada's either. Come around under or through those 2 balls. He's going to have to work with him. I think he's going to get a nice promotion there. That's well done. Very well done. Should be 3 now. And more importantly, they got one close. Heavy there. No, that Rob can be a little bit more on the draw here. I don't think there's really anything in his way. Good ball there. Nice adjustment there. Like a pressing shot that he needed to play, and then he went to the draw and put her in a nice spot, just about a yard behind. 2 really good balls there. And Bruno's tracking here if he's got the weight. Just kind of running out of gas a little bit. Canada's holding 3 at the moment. Should be a nice easy draw for Kody here. There. Not too bad. Good position. Decent opener. Maybe 4 feet through or so. It's picked up again. Almost directly from the camera view to the players. You can see the flag in the background right there. Slip to the back. Oh yeah. Canada could end up with a big end here. Brazil does not have anything close at the moment. They're holding. This looks like a good one by Kody. Is he going to make it all the way down? Yeah, there you go, Kody. Way to go, buddy. Just due for that. Nice adjustment. I think it's 4 or 5 that they're holding at the moment, and they have the. They have the one front short. 4 or 5. There's a fire. Last shot by Pedro, and he kind of gets one of the others on the side. So, but it's still, I think, 4 for the Canadians here. The skippers take over. Trying to see if I can get a good look here. It's at least 3. I'm just not sure of the 4 with the angle. And it sure looks like 3, maybe 4. Even Erik's short bull is a pretty decent guard up in the front there. That's not what he was wanting to do. It's kind of may have worked out that way. Let's see if Cam's gonna draw all the way to the back or just add one to the count. Looks like they're setting up to come to the back and kind of guard the tee. Again, if the jack goes out of bounds, it gets respotted on the 2 meter mark. We indicate that with a chalk T. So That's what we call it, the T, the 2 meter mark. So that's what he was trying to draw to. So in case Joe here drives and the jack gets hit and goes out of bounds, then it'd get respun in there, and then they'd be the one to be holding. Can, I think, succeeding. Let's see. Might be the closest one there. Kind of hard to get a vague gauge on it. Joe's kind of evaluating his options down 3 or 4 here. He's got the front end, let him down a little bit. I don't think they really have anything like the closest bull is in the front. So a solid 5 feet away, I think. He's going to fire here. Oh man. Pretty good effort. It just went right through the only one of the few gaps in there. They have a back ball. I think they're just saying, just draw another one in here, Ken. Just needs to be inside that ball. Be good. Between those two, be good. No touch. It might be drifted a little far. I don't think that one's in the count. It's behind, but I don't think it's in the count. Pedro's trying to talk him into a draw, just to try and cut it down. But if I was Joe, I was like, man, I just had a great drive. I didn't get paid for it. I'm going to try it again. We'll see. Yeah, move everybody on the camera's view so I can get a good shot of this. Controlled weight here. Oh man, what a shot! What a ball! He didn't do the drive or the draw. He just kind of did like an overweight shot. Just slid underneath. Erik's in front. Got into the head and got one out of it. What a beautiful shot!
Right. Goodness.
And ties it back up, 8-8. I think Canada was like, boy, we're going to get a number here. We can get 3 or 4 on the board here. Instead, they give one up. It's 6 ends to play. It's 15 end matches now, a 6 end match. Might have put it out of bounds, which means we're coming up again. Again, the jack rolling is so important. I think too many people take it for granted, but now you see the big difference now because they got the jack that was. They were going to go back to the distance that Brazil had been playing so well early in the match, and now because the jack's out of bounds, now Canada gets a chance to roll the jack, and they're going to go back to their mat up, which has worked pretty well for them. It's going to be on the tee. And yet the Brazilians will go first, though. So this is Otavio. Pretty good opener there, not too bad. Pretty good bowl there, right? Decent shot by Otavio. His position there. Another nice ball there. Two very good bowls by Erik. Solid one and then a micro adjustment. Sun's out, so Bruno's ditched the sweater. Pretty good bowl here. Pretty good. Might be second. It's an interesting call here. They're just going to keep coming and try to come around those balls here. Let's see, just right between those two. Yeah, looks like he did it. Looks like it's in for two.
We do have a game completion in men's singles. Brazil over Jamaica, 21-10. That's the final.
For the men's singles?
Men's singles. The singles games are playing to 21 points during this tournament.
Good effort by Bruno, trying really hard here. Nice effort. I think it's still two. Yeah, that might not be a measure, but I think I might lose it. There's Rob again in second. Doesn't need to change much here. Probably just play his own. Play on his own. Kind of quick this one a bit. All the way to the ditch. Here's Pedro. Come to that ball if you can. Hit their own to the back. So, I think it's two. There's Kody. Again, he's just trying to work on the red one with rods. So he can slide through there or promote. Oh, again, maybe. Those are very close. Could easily be three right now. Lose the view of the people, and I'm trying to get a little bit more of the angle so you can see a little better the head here. Pretty good effort here by Pedro again. See, as Cameron doesn't tell, he doesn't want to give any information. He knows, and then he just calls the shot. So he's got an idea of what he thinks the head is, but rather than communicate that so that the Brazilians can hear, and he just tells them, uses it to information to guide the shot. Sees the skip, and he's the one that decides what it is they need to play. Just needs to fall. Probably is in there. Pretty good. Two good bowls by Kody there. Interesting hit. So Brazil has the two bowls, the one in front, all the way in front there, and then the two split out the widest. Another angle, all the stuff in the back. There's Joe, he's down at least a couple here. He's going with some weight, trying to hit some of these and getting them all out. Well, he got one out. definitely push that second one in. It's definitely 2 now. And probably a measure for third. I think they're going to win that. I would guess it's 3. So it's that red ball on the side versus that blue one. There's Keelan. A little more pace there. Another yard would have helped. That's a big end for Brazil. They want to. Joe's got a big shot here coming. He needs to make a conversion because in 8-8, they're obviously right in this and tied. So just try and keep it down to 1 if you can. If you're going to lose, you don't want to be giving up multiples. Inside of the zone, probably cut it to 2. I think that takes out the wing one.
There's 2, eh? Yeah, just do. Remember that same idea? At 2 feet.
Just looking for Cameron to do another draw and see if we can get a third in here. This wants to be inside that other roll. A little heavy. Sit. Hopefully it wasn't 1 in, 1 out. It might be looking like it's probably still 2. I think that's all they're going to get there. Two it is for Canada. They'll go 10-8 after 10. So again, if you're just joining us, it's wondering what the heck is this tournament. So this is based on 2023 finishes. The top 12 teams advance to World Bowls for 2027. So if you weren't in the top 12, then you have to play in a regional qualifier. And our region here in the Americas is made up of the United States, Argentina, Brazil, Jamaica, and Canada. The United States has already qualified. They were one of the top 12. In fact, they made it to the playoffs and got 5th. But the other 4 nations I mentioned didn't make it. So Jamaica didn't send a team, but these 3 teams of Canada, Brazil, and Argentina will play a double round robin here this week over the next couple days. And I think we have a final in the men's singles match that Jackie wants to report on.
I do. We do have a final. Men's Argentina versus USA. The final score is USA 21, Argentina 9.
Erik, both of the players were a little short with their first. A little bit of an overcorrection there. There's another view. You can see what Erik did with his last. Let's see if Otavio can add a couple yards here for his. Hit that one if you can help it. Fortunate.
And then we have one other final to report. It's women's singles. Argentina and Jamaica. Argentina wins 21-6. Women's singles.
Pretty good pull there by Rob. Just kind of slowing by there. Just really, Canadians just looking to put some more balls in the head here. I think they're holding 3. Don't have anything real close, but they got 3 within a yard. Enough to hold. I think Rob is probably going to put a 4th one in here without too much difficulty. I think he even pushed his own closer. That's a pretty nice ball there. Bruno's up to the challenge of getting one in here. Changed anything. I think it's at least 2, probably 3 or 4 for the Canadians here. Probably a little heavy here. Kept it in play though. Again there, Pedro takes the mat. I don't think the Brazilians have anything within 2 yards right now. Pedro hoping to change that. He does have a pretty open draw in this hand. I don't think he's going to be here. He's well short. Well short here. Kody be looking to drop a couple yards, I think. His line wasn't too bad. He was just a little heavy. He was trying to push on those red ones. So just going to slide it underneath there and be pretty good. Really good here. Really good there. There you go.
Cheering that ball
Kody.
on.
There you go, Kody. Got a nice close one there. Okay. It's at least 3. Here's another view with everything. Could be 4 or 5. Pedro really needs to get something to his head. Brazilians don't have anything close right now. They still don't have anything close to hit their own. Things are looking wide open. There's going to be a lot of pressure for Joe and the skipper for Brazil. Yeah, he's holding his head.
Yeah.
Holding his head. I don't know what's happened to me. I think he's going to beat up Pedro. He's really arm wrestling there in the back. Camera's just looking like a nice easy draw and just trying. It's like blood in the water right now for them. If they can just keep Joe out of there and add to this count. Just trying to drop on in. I don't know. I don't know if he was trying to do a block. I think he went off just drawing all the way in. I said before, people don't get lucky wicks off back walls. You get lucky wicks on short ones. All right, what's Joe going to do here? Down those 3 that you see. Another view, and I think another 1 or 2 in the sides here. He's going to play this backhand and lefty slide underneath the last ball of camera and see if he can get to the jack. He's going to come off this one. Wow, that's pretty creative there. That was the intention, but he's cut it to 1 now. A little drag, I think. Kody's going for a little bit of a drag and coming off that last ball, so he can get to the jack. Pull it on in. away here. It's not far away here. Yep. Yeah, well done. Very well done by Cameron. So hit that bowl, knocked it to the back. They're holding 1, 2, 3. At least 2. I think 3. Just hard to tell with the angle whether those 2 bulls on the side are closer than the bulls in the front or on the other side. But it's definitely 2. That's just more than the one it was, and that was a really good shot. There were 2 great shots there. Second bowls by Kody and Cameron. And actually, again, good teamwork there. You know, Kody was telling him what it is they needed to do, and then Cameron executed. We'll have a little tete-a-tete, see if we got any in. Here's Angle checking in, probably from the airport. He's headed back home to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Jean's letting us know she's watching.
Aaron Zangle and Bill Brault qualified in the men's pairs for World Bowls.
All right. Well, now it's at least 2 down. Again, can't quite tell from the angle how many it is, but it's at least 2 for sure. The Canadians. It's not a real favorable look here for Joe. But he's played some very creative shots. He just launched this. Looking pretty forceful. Don't know if this is going to get anything. Unfortunately, went around. Let's see what this ends up being here. Canada's going to score. Just how many? There's the 2 that we were pretty sure about. Now they're saying there's a 3rd that was obvious there. Oh yeah, this was they were licking their chops after no wonder. I mean, that's no wonder Cameron was like salivating after that one. We got to turn that one from 1 up to 4 up, and now they're going to measure for more here. Six. Wow, what an end. Again, it was just 1 before Cameron made that great skip shot, and now this is a totally different ball game. I mean, 11-8 is very different from 11-8 to 16-8. A huge shot, a huge skip shot by Cameron there. 4 ends to go. Now all of a sudden it's an 8-point lead.
We have one other game left on the green. The ladies are playing 4s. Argentina and Brazil, they're in the 11th pin, and Argentina's at 13-9.
We're back to this kind of mat up. It's been working for the Canadians, mat up and jack back. It's requiring me to do some camera work here, though. There you go. Let's see. Erik just barely kept these in. Sometimes you gotta, after you get a big number, you gotta just go refocus. You gotta keep the powder dry, so to speak. So Otavio can pay. Gets there first. Still room though. Sit down in the square. It's kind of danger of playing that hand. It didn't really move it much. Looking for Just a little heavy.
This one's better. Okay.
And just rolled in the ditch. Rob now. So plenty of room to draw. Not bad there. I'd like to have it behind. There we go. A little short there. Wade's pretty good. I think he just find the line. Even pretty much playing the other hand a lot. He hasn't been playing this hand, the ditch hand, too much. So just needs a correction on the line, I think. Tendency is to overcorrect here. I think that's what he's done. He just needs a little more pace here. Just didn't make it. Still a lot of room to draw. Cody's been kind of catching fire the last few wins. Just struggling early. Let's see if he can get a nice firm draw in here. Again, I think they've been really kind of struggling with this. I mean, not really, it's kind of universal. People playing that hand, it's anytime you're playing the ditch hand, grass green, it's kind of like get the find a flat spot as everything kind of falls away, and you kind of get that hanger hook. It's kind of hard to find the line. Pedro's going to give it a go. To stop it there. Could be shot. I think Argentina could be holding 2 now. I think that was Canadian's closest ball. Good time for Kody to get a nice one in here. Anything within the yard would be very helpful for the ball club. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. Oh, it just kept on traveling. If he did it or not. He's looking really good. Pedro again, he needs to drop a little pace. This is kind of heavy too. He's gonna get an edge. He kind of went in, went out with his own. So tons of room to draw in his hand here. I think there's a better view right now. I got it. It's hard to tell with the fish out of the camera, but it looks like Argentina's going to that right one in the upper left and the back one behind. Anything within a yard should be in. Just a little too heavy by Cam. Kept that in play, but just a touch too heavy. So we got 4 ends to go, and it's a 2-hour and 15-minute time limit for this as well, so a little less than half an hour left in this match. The rule is you get the jack down, and we found that in the Canadian-US final, where the Canadians got the jack down with 37 seconds left in order to play their last end and then get a 2 and win it. Goes away, and it looks heavy too. Everything kind of picked up, the wind's picked up a bit. Okay, just needs to drop a little pace here. I think a yard would be okay. think that'd be a good thought, is just to try and drop a yard. It's really gusting right now. I think it just kind of blew it all the way through everything. It's just picked up over the last minute or two. So Joe can add to it. I think the Brazilians are going to score here. Just needs to slide into this bowl. We got a nice little redirect, which slowed it down. We should put it in. I think it's going to be 2. Double check with everything. I thought I saw 2 fingers come out. Might be 3. Yeah, it looks like it's 3. So I think they were holding 2 before. I wasn't sure about that measure, but it is 3 for nice fight back by the Brazilians after giving up that 6 to get half of it right back. So it's 16-11 with 3 ends to go. Checking again with the jack to see if it's in or not. They're thinking it's out. And again, this is the problem when you don't control the jack. I mean, it was a chance for Brazil to kind of like go back to their distance, do what they were more comfortable with. And now we're switching over to the Canadians' distance. Of course, we played this distance the last one, and the Canadians gave up a 3 to Brazil, so who knows? Erik's had pretty good control of the jack. He hasn't been too far away from the target. The Brazilians will go first. Just missed it. It's in the ditch. Erik's first. He just stays up. Otavio looking to drop the 2 yards here. There. Good weight at least. Missed the line a bit. This is the drop is also probably could use drop 2 yards here, but not 4. Easy to do. Here's Bruno. Redirect kind of helped him. Might be 2. Might be 2 for Brazil at the moment, but it's still a lot of room. It's pretty good by Rob. This is a really good ball. This will be the shot here. Yep, shot drawn there. Seconds away. Just didn't quite make it. Yeah, a couple yards short there. Should change Rob's shot. If anything, he wants to take a little more grass so he can finish on the other side of the jack. Just make sure he doesn't hit those balls in front. Shouldn't be in his draw line anyways. Just keep that same pace. Flirted with it anyways. It's the same ball, essentially. I wonder if he's talking to Cam and saying, thought I took more grass. With the 5-point deficit, Brazilians really let's try and have a goal of scoring every end. It's going to be very difficult if they lose points on any of these ends. Pedro's trying really hard. Might have made it in there. It's close. Here's Kody. This looks pretty good here. This looks really good here. There it is. What a shot. I'd like to see that. Beauty. Beauty there. A little drag over the Robs. Canadians holding 3 now, just like that. Pedro again is going to hit his own. I wouldn't change anything now. Good goal, Cam. Do it again, please. I was trying to remember the please. And no fear here, Kody. I mean, even if you hit it and move it, it's just going to yours. Just try and do the same thing here. So slide underneath that. Just got a little tight. I think his weight was good. It's just a little tight. Actually, kind of guards it a little bit. It's going to be hard for Joe to get to. I think it's still 3. Again, with the fish eyes with the cameras, it's kind of tough to tell. Yeah, and I got no chance of moving it. That's got to look awful. Joe's come up with some very creative shots that he's been able to execute. See what he's got here. He's just kind of trying to press into the shot pole, into the jack, and push it all the way through. Push the jack in the ditch. And you can see he does have I think he's got a ball all the way in the back. I mean, I think he sees that one in the back right that's his. Just behind Rob's, the red ones. Maybe what he's trying. There's Cameron. Let's see if we can just add another one and get it in here. He's a little heavy. He's in the ditch. Alright, well, big shot here again for Joe. He's down 3, I think down 3 in the head. He's switching hands. Trying to come through. He could promote his own there in front to get it closer. Or flick the jack. Oh, look at this. Oh, he hits a bunch of things. He might have cut it to 1, it looks like. Yep, he did. Pretty good shot there. So the Canadians do have 1. They would love to be able to just keep the 1, but they're going to try and look and see if there's a way they can add a second.
I'm still on the tee. I should get my ball too. No, I can't get your ball.
They were talking about maybe coming through with a little bit of weight and see if he can hit something out. He's still going to. Ball hit the bank and redirected, but I think they got another one out of it. Yep, they did. So he took the closest one. They're going to double check and see which one's second here. And they had said it was 2, and I think it is 2. So 2 it is. It's really big for the Canadians now to be up 18-11, up 7 with 2 to go. That's a pretty big hole with the amount of answers left. to the tee here. Get some camera work on again. Leave it up there. All of a sudden, Erik got a fan club. Short there. Gonna try again. I think that was the I don't like it reaction. Not too bad there, Otavio able to push that one coming, and we got a nice little roll out of the way here. Brazilians really need to make a number here, down 7 with 2 to go. All the plus points count. Came into effect with the women's pairs the last couple days. So you want to get all the plus points you can, as if you're tied, then that's what it comes down to, the plus points. Just double round robin. Nice ball there by Rob. Pretty good shot.
So these games are timed. 15 minutes left.
Should be able to get it
3
in.
ends. You should.
Should be able to get it in because you just got to get the. You don't have to finish the whole thing. You just got to get the jack
The
down.
jack set.
Really good ball. The last one. It's just like right there. He's just trying to see if he can get another. Should stay up. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's second shot. Bruno looked like he was attacking that head. Not sure if that was the call. That's what he did. Kody, he's really come on strong these last few wins. He's had a couple touchers, really put his team in good position. If you can keep the form going, pretty good. Should be in the count. It's probably 2 now. Pedro. It's going to come across. He was a little short there. Interesting. It might force Rob, force Kody into the other direction. He's asking about it. Guess they're not worried about it. Doesn't think it's in his line. So have faith with Skipper, what he's calling for. See, he's going to slide between the 2 balls. Yeah, the one he was worried about hitting ended up being the one that redirected in. So again, he just had that wing ball. And again, it's usually they call it a Canadian draw, and here the Canadians are actually using it. They have this wing ball and they just kind of come off of it. And they practice it and they have no fear about it. They know the paths of their balls. And they use it to their advantage. I think Pedro liked it. It's come with weight. He hit his own on the side and pushed it out. A pretty good end for the Canadians here. It looks like they're holding 3. Trying to check the other angles. I don't know if they could squeeze a 4th one out of there, but it looks like they got a solid 3 going right now as the skips go to the mat. Draw, sticking with that same hand, playing the backhand, the good hand, the non-ditch hand, and just trying to plow into the others. Yeah, it's a nice draw there. Be nice and free with it, so he can come up to all his own. It's all his. So let's see what this angle looks like. It's 4 now. So as this is winding down, we'll be back at the top of the hour for a women's fours match between Brazil and the United States. It's again similar to this. There's 3 teams involved. Try and make that. Canada has already qualified for the women's fours, so it's Brazil, U.S., and Argentina. I'll be playing that double round robin similar to this one. Oh, nice little chopped line attempt there by Joe. Might still be 3.
Play it safe.
Just going to play the open ditch hand here and just see if we can just get another one in the count, get one behind. Yeah, that's well done there. Well done there, nice little toucher there. Might be ended up being one in and out. I can't really tell what the angle between that black ball and the last ball was slivered by Joe, and then that one. Definitely should be 2. The bull there, the toucher, and then the red one is 2, and then the one on the left is probably in for 3, I think. Don't know about the other ones. It's probably 3. Don't know anything behind either. But 10 minutes left in this match. Should be more enough time with the last ball coming. Here's Joe. See what he can do, see if he's got any magic left. Just kind of slid by. Nothing changed, so the Canadians are going to get a couple at the very least. It was communicated subtly. So looking at the flipper, it looks like it's 3. Yeah, 3 it is for the Canadians. So they'll go up 21-11, headed to the last end, and that will clinch the win for them here. It's with only 8 balls to play for Brazil. Be able to catch them. So a nice win by Canada, but Brazil was very much game in this one. It could have gone either way early on. Canadian man up. It's back to camera adjustment time. Looks like both guys through there. Poor Erik. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, he's the yard short, but to just let it go and he was that was a little too harsh on himself. Here's Otavio. It's the shorts. I think Canada's holding 2 here. Trying to drop one in here. I was able to get it to the back and kind of hit on that bowl back there. Bruno. Probably going to go in the ditch here. Again, wind's kind of gusting a little bit into the player's face. Not too bad by Rob. He's kind of resting on his own there. Could it be 3 or 4 here? Really needs to get one in the head. Falling apart a little bit. Trying to. We haven't been getting any jack movement. We haven't been getting pretty close. They've been kind of loosening up. Usually, what you'd like to see is as the game goes on, the heads get tighter and tighter. And Kody's a good example. He was a little loose and was fighting it a little bit early on, but as the game's gone on, he's just getting closer and closer. And now he's just been absolutely dialed in the last few minutes. In the last half of the game, he's just been a machine. Another just missed the line a little bit, but again, good weight. Far too many of these, or he just kind of gets his form kind of off and just, leaves it a solid 5 yards short or so. Kody can make a nice adjustment here. I think he might have overcooked this. It's really going to drop. He's trying again. Weight, very good. Very good. Pretty safe if nothing else. Hit his own now. Yeah, unfortunate. And down to the last, just the skippers, last 4 balls. Canada's got to win this one. Start the group off with win or no play. This will be a round robin, double round robin. Canada, Brazil, and Argentina. Argentina's going to get a bye in this one. They're only the 3 teams. They'll do a double round robin. There's Canada just kind of looking to draw here, kind of add to the count. So that's the slide. The ball's a little unlucky. Might have pushed Argentina, or Brazil, sorry. It's the same color. I keep seeing those blue and white ones and thinking it's Argentina, but pushing the Brazilian ball in, maybe for sure. I just think they didn't play the wide open hand. I guess he just really didn't like it. Joe's kind of heavy here. It's interesting to see what Cam does with his last ball here. Looks like they're going to play that same hand. He's just going to try and tighten it up. Yep. Just trying to slide under his own blue. Or he's going to power the white one out.
Get it! Get it! Oh.
Just missed. Boy, these young guys, they're all hunkered over it, rooting for it. And it's like, man, they can lose an eye. All right, see if Joe's last. See if he can add to it. I think they're holding one. It's a little heavy. Let's see if it's right, and if it is one for Brazil here. We're giving it a multiple looks here. Some point, let's get the tape here. All right, it is one for Brazil in the last. So the final of this one will be 21-12. But Canada wins it. They'll go up 1-0 in the section. Off to a good start in this 2027 World Bowls America's qualifying tournament. So for us, we'll be taking a break and we'll be starting up again at the top of the hour with the women's fours match, round 2 between Brazil and the United States of America. We hope you will join us then. So for Jackie Hogan and Pam Edwards, who's now back joining us, I'm Scott Roberts. We will talk to you soon.